What's up, Magic YouTube? It's your boy, the Big Cat, and we're here. Some Lost Cavern of Ixalan set boosters. We let some of the commotion calm down. Didn't get an amazing price, but got some boxes, and honestly, after opening the collectors, this set's awesome. It's been like the first great set in a long time. You know, some big shakeups in Standard, and just some really fun cards. I mean, vampires, dinosaurs, some of the modern Magic tribes that are some of the most popular in the game. Jurassic Park cards, box toppers in the set and the collector. And this is a farewell to set boosters, so definitely something I think that's going to be cool to get. I mean, Universes Beyond is just becoming part of Magic. Set boosters are just becoming boosters. Ooh, there's even, yeah, nice little thing. So we'll start with our box topper, but yeah, Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Awesome product to kind of get back to Magic. Ooh, little lightning greaves there. Little lightning greaves. There's some great artifacts in this set. That's definitely where you're looking for, I think, like the Mana Crypt and some of the other really high-end artifacts. But, you know, cool lightning greaves, no problem. Alrighty, let's get into it. We're going to fly past our cards. Art cards. Are art cards going away? I can't remember if on those. I can't remember if art cards are going away. I just recently finally started sorting mine and realizing I have quite a few complete sets. I think the day and age will come. Oh, wow. Well, Mana Crypt. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I know it's not a foil, but it's still Mana Crypt, which is pretty awesome because my brother's coming into town for Christmas. We're going to play CEDH, and I don't have a Mana Crypt, so now I do. We're ready for you. But anyhow, there's our foil too. So these got that reverse collation. Little rares, threefold Thunder Hulk. It's a fun little rare. But as I was saying, I'm not sure if art cards are disappearing, but I do think there's our commons and uncommons that when art cards cease to exist, and in the short term, there's still going to be boxes of these sets. So go out and grab them. They're cheap. But that's when we might see the market start to like trickle up, right? Is like, we'll start to see some love. A totally worthless advertisement. And a foil, common, a foil in both packs. Restless Ridgeline. These manlands are not doing too much right now, but it's interesting to see that the white-black land from Crimson Vow is starting to hit a pretty decent price, and I wonder if we'll ever see these, but gosh, it just makes me wonder, will we ever see a day and age in Magic where manlands are pricey again? You know, I think we've all come around on the vulnerability of them, but I mean, I remember a day and age where like Blinkmoth and Inkmoth Nexus and Celestial Colonnade were some of the best cards you could have in your deck. I mean, they were their win condition and the creature background. There's our first list slot, the Brain Weevil from some weird Dragon Bolus thingamajig there. A Malamet Brawler, so another foil. Is there a foil in every set booster now? What is this, man? Feels a little different. It's been a minute since we've just been cracking packs like we did the bread and butter. Braided Net. I think there's some hype on Braided Net. 3 net counters, remove a net counter, tap another, it's activated ability. Okay, so it shuts down artifact and craft with artifact, and it becomes a braided Cupie. Draw a card for each artifact you control, then put braided Cupie on top of its owner's library, third from the top. Huh, okay, that's fine. It's really not that strong at all. Fly through those. Commons, uncommons. Another beautiful art card, though. A little foliage on there. Very cool, beautiful vampire. Yeah, so I mean, it's cool to just see things calming down. This is going to be a big time for Magic. The next few years are kind of riding on some choices they're going to make right now. And I think that's just really exciting. And just kind of, we just got hammered with product and then the market really sagged. And now it's like, hey, they're going to change it. Boxes are changing. Card types are changing. A lot of these widened concepts of the last few years, this bloat's going to shrink down. And we're going to, I think, go through a period where we see what sticks in Magic, which will be really cool. Sanguine Evangelist. Battle Cry. When this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0. Hey, that's not bad for white and 2. Vampire Cleric. When it enters the battlefield or dies, make a bat. Okay. It's a little small, but I mean, I wonder if White Weenie's getting good now. This and like Skrelv's Hive and Skrelv itself, that's some white action for sure. Wedding Announcement. I think Wedding Announcement's starting to creep back up again. Earthquaker Dreadmaw in that little artsy fartsy slot. And sliding through, Hidden Necropolis there in the back. Boom. So I think there has been a common foil in every pack so far. Sorry, we'll start speeding up here. I feel like these packs are taking a while, but let's go. Token, copy token. We love it. Foil. We love it. Tarian's Journal. Sacrifice another artifact or creature, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery. Okay. It's kind of meh. Legendary? Oh, it flips into... You may cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn. If you do, enter the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Okay. Interesting. So it's a recursion engine. Discard your hand to transform it. Huh. That's kind of fun. Man, you know what? That might get up to some shenanigans. I was about to write that off as a not very good card. There it is, the Appraiser. Banned already. What a fast ban. Discover. Busted. The Appraiser busted. Man, we got the Mana Crypt right off the top. I don't even know what we're doing. Like, what else are we looking for? Some Jurassic Park cards? I wouldn't mind another Velociraptor. Pulled those in our collector's box, which are pretty nice. Thrashing Brontodon. Hey, he's always Brontodonus. You know, he's around. Bringer of the Last Gift. When Bringer of the Last Gift enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put the... Huh. Man, this is a big timing card. I don't know if that'll see much play, honestly. I would doubt it. Kutzil, Malamet, Exemplar. A little cat warrior there. That's going to go in our alternate art slot. Flipping through some commons. Boom. Alrighty. Let's keep going. Man, now that the money uncommon got banned in this set, especially when there were delays on product early, that's where we could have all cashed in. There's it one. The list slot, we got a uncommon from the list slot, and boy, it's wild. It's the list is sticking around though, from what I understand. All other creatures you control flying. Huh. There's for the birds, commander player. A mythic foil. Okay, alt art, mythic foil. What do we got here? Pantlaza, sun favored. So it's another Naiad dinosaur, and when it or another dinosaur enters the battlefield, you discover X. Whoa, where X is that creature's toughness. Dude, this is busted. This is cracked. Dude, sick. All right, little foil mythic. We live in, kids. Deep Fathom Echo. At the beginning of combat on your turn, it explores. Then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control. That's fine. That's a fine merfolk. Ooh, but we do like this. This is another good pack. This alt art Get Lost. I know the foil's worth about $8, and Get Lost is worth a few bucks. So hitting it. This is our little hits pile right here. We're doing it. This is a box, ain't it? A little land, the Hidden Cataract. Okay, so that's just a land rarity back there. Interesting. That must be a new thing they're kind of doing to make. Is that to make set boosters draftable? Is it like each one also needs to have a land? Is that a little Contorious Cond art card? We pulled a little foil of that alt in our collectors as well. Oh, a little Rivals of Ixalan reprint on the list. Famished Paladin doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, untap it. So kind of a Nettle Sentinel for vampires. Not quite. You know, it doesn't have some of the exploitable stuff of those tokens, I believe. Deconstruction Hammer. Pugnacious Hammer Skull. Whenever he attacks while you don't control another dinosaur, put a stun. Oh, okay. So he needs another dino out there. Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was drifting off the camera on you. Gosh. That's in the dino stompy draft deck. There's that foil in that land slot. So there's this little land slot. Interesting. It's not bad, though. I like where they're headed with that. There should just be the basic, non-basic land of the set to push the theme is at a land rarity. I don't disagree with that at all. With the game pieces mentality that will keep it from becoming too expensive or totally worthless, it's like right where it should be. Little foil, Restless Reef, little blue-black manland. Ooh, Jurassic Park, full art, the little mosasaur there. Put that in our alt arts. We'd like to see something a little flash here, but those are in there. You know, there's our uncommons. Okay, we'll keep going. Jurassic Park. Man, some awesome art cards in this set. Like, that's such a cool art, too. I love that. What art is that of? Roar of the Fifth People. Oh, very cool. That's Watley's poem. I love that. Watley seems so cool. More Watley. Foil rare, Molten Collapse. Hey, choose one. If you descended this turn, you may choose both. You descended if a permanent card was put into the graveyard from anywhere. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I read a card with Descend 8 the other night, and I was like, you're out of your mind. But this is fine if you descended, choose one. Okay, so if you sacrifice something, but it has to be a card, a permanent card, not a token. Destroy target creature, planeswalker. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with 1 value or less. Yes, the Belligerent. Red, blue, and 2. It's a 5/5. When it attacks, create a treasure token. Until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Huh. The belligerent seems pretty good. When it attacks, make a treasure. Okay, not bad. 4 drop for a 5/5. Cruise on 3. 3's a little high of a crew, but we can get there. Until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. And it makes a treasure? Like, that's a pretty good little vehicle. You know, good vehicles with card draw and like aggressive bodies usually tend to do well. You know, I'm thinking of Asika's Chariot or Hope of Girapur or Heart of Kirin. You know, some of those other vehicles that have done well in the past. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Interesting. Captivating Cave. So is there a cave in every pack? I guess this is a big explorer and you're exploring caves. I like it. It's kind of a Mesoamerican spelunking set. Another one of these cool arts. Who do we got here? Tashana's Tidebender. That's another card we're looking for, the Tidebender. Might of the Ancestors foil, uncommon on top there. Boom. The Throne of the Grim Captain. Mill 2 cards. Craft with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire. Okay, that's never going to happen. The Grim Captain. It's got Menace, Trap-Hole, Lifelink, and Hexproof. It's a 7/7. Wow. And whenever it attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft it onto the battlefield. This is insane. Like, how do you play this? Like, I get that as a mill ability. That seems so hard to fill the yard with that. That seems exceptionally hard to fill the yard with that. Ooh, we got the flashy land, though, in the back. We like that. These are so beautiful. Look at that. These are gorgeous lands. Love that. Some beautiful stuff in this set. Nice little, I guess this will be the farewell to Magic 30 on the side of the box. There it is. Get a good look at it. Ooh, some bustable tokens. We like those. Punch outs. Sunshot Militia. Breaches, the Eager Pillager. It'll be interesting to see if Breaches see some action. Red and 2. He's a 2/2 first strike and a goblin, which is great. And a pirate. Whenever a pirate you control is attacked, choose one that hasn't been chosen. He makes a treasure. Target creature can't block. Exile top card of your library. You can play it. I mean, those are all 3 good abilities. You know, Haste would have been cooler than First Strike. Haste would probably be... You think they originally designed that with Haste and took it off? It was too good. Is that how design works? You're just like, all right, we like this guy. He's good, but he's just too strong. And they swap Haste for First Strike, and then you're starting to be like, okay, he's still good, but like fair, you know? He's not more busted Ragavan, and everyone's gonna get upset. Vampire. Look at this cute little vampire. Okay, Canonized in Blood. Very cool card name. Hulking Raptor. It's got Ward 2, it's 4, it's a 5/3. Oh yeah, it's got Eladomri's Vineyard. It's not bad. It's got one-sided Eladomri's Vineyard on it. It's got Ward. I think in Limited this would probably be fine. I don't know if you can play this in Constructed, but that's just how some cards are. Beautiful little island there. It's interesting to notice that Coalition. I don't notice Coalition things in Magic so much, but you can see we got to the point where actually those 2 were side by side in the box, and the other, we hadn't seen any of those other Visitors' lands yet. Skeleton Pirate. We might have skipped one in the beginning, though. Who knows? Seeker of Sunlight. Active. It explores. Okay. So they've got a couple Jade Light Ranger variants in this, because I think they realized Jade Light and Explorer was kind of busted last time we were here, even though it was really cool. Trumpeting Carnosaur. When it enters the battlefield, discover 5. And then you can discard it and deal 3 damage to target creature. So I think this guy might be pretty good. 6 is a little high for a 7/6 trample. Like, that's kind of a dumb body. But discover 5 and that discard for damage. I'm like, is this a little bit easier Bone Crusher Giant? You know? Oh, here's a mythic from the Commander set. Don Andre is the Renegade. He's a pirate. He's a Grixis pirate. He's a vampire pirate. Each creature you control but don't own gets +2/+2 and has Menace and Death Touch and is a pirate. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell you don't own, create 2 tapped treasure tokens. Huh. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell you don't own, create 2 tapped treasure tokens. Interesting. Wow, so you need to like exile them and cast them. Captain Storm. It's not bad. Play a mana rock, put a +1/+1 counter on a pirate. I don't know that's what that tribe wants to do, but Bloodthorn Flail. It's not bad. Not bad. 2/1, discard a card, a little cave. That seems like it could be chaotic and limited with Descend, right? That's a Descend trigger and some cheap aggro +2/+1 on your fast dino, you know? You get your Descend trigger and discard a card, and suddenly your dino's even bigger and badder. Hunter's Blowgun. Beautiful art on that card. Love that. Look at that little Hunter's Blowgun. Subterranean Schooner. The Schooner. I think this card's got a little action. Blue and 1. It's crew 1 for a 3/4, so it lets your even dorkiest creature become a body. Target creature that crewed it this turn explores. That's fantastic. Reveal. Yeah, you get the top card effect. You can put that card in your hand if it's a land, and otherwise, yeah, put it back or in your graveyard. I mean, scry with upside for the dork that crews this on turn 2. This is great. I get it. We're sold. Subterranean Schooner, we get it. All right. Kind of slowing it down here. We got to pick up the pace. Beautiful art on that. That's sick. That guy's about to spirit punch that Velociraptor. Wild copy. It's a copy of a card. Adaptive Gem Guard. Intrepid Paleontologist. Add a mana of any color. Okay, little mana dork, green 1. Exile target card from a graveyard for 2. Great. You may cast dinosaur creature spells from among them. You own exiled with Intrepid Paleontologist. If you cast a spell this way, that creature enters the battlefield with a finality counter. Okay. That's not bad. I guess you can do that and tap it. So for like Dino Mill, you know, the Paleontologist, he's bringing them back to life briefly. A Thrashing Brontodon. And Promising Vein. Search your library for a basic land. Put it on the battlefield. Okay. Mana fixing. Colorless. Not good, but not bad. It exists for a purpose. Acolyte. All things do. Kitesail Larcenist. Flying. Ward 1. Blue and 2. 2/3. When it enters the battlefield for each player, choose up to one other target artifact or creature that players control. That player controls. For as long as it remains on the battlefield, the chosen permanent becomes treasure artifacts with and lose all other abilities. Wow, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. A little control guy. Anim Pakal, the 1000th Moon. This is this gnome lord, the human gnome lord in rare. Little alt art there. Ooh, foil. A beautiful tourism swamp. Who's this? Admiral Brass. Unsinkable, the classic pirate. She's like, you'll never get rid of me. I've been cruising Ixalan for decades. And then these crazy pirates. They're wild. They're on the quest for the Fountain of Youth. Gnome. Some cool gnomes in this set. Takes one to gnome one. Volatile Glyph. Get Lost. Another copy of Get Lost is just fine. Some hot removal right now. White and 1 for destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker, and the controller makes 2 maps. They're an artifact with sap it, target creature can control explorers. I mean, you can hit them at the right time where maps don't do much, and for white and 1's pretty splashable. I think I can see it. Caparocti, Sunborn, or Sunhorn. We'll never know. This bone creature. Golem. A Orazca Puzzle Door in foil. A Restless Fence. A little man landage. Beautiful Plains. Love that one. That's one of my favorite one of those. All right. We're almost through it, guys. I know we're kind of sleepwalking our way through this one. We hit some good cards, though. That Get Lost and a Mana Crypt and that Ponsla Sunfavored seems great. So let's see. Not too many other mythics so far, so let's see what else this box has. Poetic Ingenuity. Whenever one or more dinosaurs you control attack, create that many treasures. Awesome. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 3/1 dinosaur. Okay. Interesting. Here's a mythic Pantla. Pantlaza, sun favored. Boy, that's a wild dinosaur. Yeah, it gives all your dinosaurs Discover X for their toughness. That's awesome because dinosaurs cost less than their bodies usually are. Like, that's a little cracked. I mean, that seems great to me. We'll see. Maybe I'm just a Timmy now, but that does seem good. I mean, that seems great for just good times in Commander. Not CEDH, but if you just want to, oops, here's a bunch of dinosaurs, deal with it. Starve Extinction in the Dino set. Look out. Destroy target land. Deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Wow. That's wild to see this in here. Look at that. That's our mythic from the list slot, huh? I don't even know what we've been doing with those. These were tokens. We buried our list down here under these tokens, didn't we? Yep. I haven't seen a list card in a while. Okay, so there we are. Star of Extinction. Staunch Crewmate, little foil uncommon, and a Sunken Citadel. When it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. Add 2 mana. Spend this mana only to activate abilities of lands. That's still really good. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know. Arcave's a deck. Hey, Jurassic Plains. Let's see what else we got in here. Bringer of the Last Gift and some fancy art there. That's a little wild. That's kind of cool looking. And a Rampaging Ceratops. So some stuff. Forest. No. Watley's Final Strike. The Millennium Calendar. This is a fun card. I'm into the Millennium Calendar. Spring-loaded Saw Blades, Pit's Offering. Promising Vein in the back there. All right, let's keep going. We still got a fair bit of packs to crack. And we're not going to slow down yet. Look at that. The signed little foily Pantalaza. A map. A Self-Reflection. Warden of the Inner Sky. Has 3 more encounters on it. It has Flying Vigilance. Tapped 3 untapped artifacts. Enter creatures you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. I don't know about that. As long... It has Flying Vigilance. Okay. Tap 3 untapped artifacts. Yeah, that's not... Man. I don't know. I just don't know. You guys tell me, is that like just totally nothing? Or... I mean, it'll be it'll be Sarah Angel, I get it. It's just, it seems like a lot of work to get there. I mean, nobody plays Sarah Angel anymore, right? Unstable Glyph Bridge. And it becomes, this crazy Sand Swirl Wander Glyph. Interesting. It's kind of a Stony Silence creature thing. Wow. And removal. That card has potential. Jurassic Park. Vicious Visage of the Dead. Let's not be so lazy. Mountain. And a guy exploding stuff. Here's some crops. Oh, that was a shadow. I was like, man, did I destroy that? Spined Fluke. Whoa. Little Urza Saga uncommon reprint here, huh? When Spined Fluke comes in play, sack a creature and then regenerate it for 5/1. That's wild. Spined Fluke, huh? Tetson. Gnome Champion. Whenever Tetson or another double-faced artifact enters the battlefield under your control, mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact from among them in your hand, and then you craft them with 6, so 4, and those milled artifacts will help. Whenever... It's a 6/6 Vigilance Trample. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, transform it to one other target double-faced artifact you control. Create 2 1/1 colors gnomes. Okay. Interesting. Transforming things, changing things. I'm not huge on that card, but interesting. That seems fun. For the right person, that's probably a hoot. Sovereign Okenek Ahwa. Ahwao. I'm going to go with Ahwao. I think we got it. Sovereign Okonek Ahwao. He's got Ward 2. He's white and green too. He's a 3/4 Selesnya Cat Noble. Whenever he attacks, whenever they attack, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power. Okay, so whenever this Cat Noble attacks, for every creature you control with a power greater than their base power. Okay, so if they're modified, put a number of +1/+1 counters on that creature equal to the difference. Okay, so this is the guy that like hardened scales, right? This is the new hardened scales commander. Because he's fast, you bring him out. When he attacks, you're just gonna like your evolve creature that's a 3/4 off of counters for the first couple turns is gonna get 6 more counters while it's attacking, right? You just like hit him with like, I don't know, some kind of trample effect on turn 5 and just flash him. I could see some aggro fun in that. That might be worth brewing. Just all the hardened scales guys, the evolve guys, all these little +1/+1 guys, and then your commander's like, yeah, he just makes like a big dumb attack. That or dinosaurs, guys. Look, this bat has tattoos. I kind of love it. He's got a little chest piece. He worked out at the gym, got buff, and then he put some tattoos on it. Family reunion. That's a cool card. I love these cards that have like sentimental value that you can save for a moment. This is the Skullspore Nexus. It's 2 green and 6. It costs X to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a fungus dinosaur with the base power and toughness each equal to the total power of those creatures. Okay, so if you multiple die, you're still making 1 dino. It's just bigger, right? And then 2 and tap double target creature's power until end of turn. Dude, this is actually good, right? Like, this is not the Great Henge, and this is way more Timmy, but you can do some silly stuff with this, right? I mean, that combos with that Sovereign Okonek guy, right? Double their power and then attack with them? Everybody's getting pumped up. Everybody's getting pumped up at the gym, huh? They're all buff. Look at that. That's a buff cat, too. Is Loki the Ixalan the gym playing? Rust Monster. Oh, classic little Rusty. He's like an Atog, you know? Mineshaft Spider. Reach. Battlefield Mill, too. Okay, there's some like dredgy, milly type of effects in this. I like that, too. Queen's Bay Paladin. 2 black and 3. Whenever Queen's Bay Paladin enters the battlefield or attacks, return up to 1 vampire from your graveyard to the battlefield. Finality. You lose life equal to its mana value. That's fine. That's not great. Yep. Swamp. Okay. I think these are our last 3 packs, everybody. So I know this has been a casual one, a stroll through the islands. But I hope it's been fun for everybody. And yeah, we'll get to it here. Last couple packs. Itali's Favor, just a foil. Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. Okay, it gains trample, so not even this one. Wow, red and 1 for that. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. Ooh, yeah, Inti is awesome. That's great. We like that. It's a common, Idol of the Deep King. I don't know why that common's there before those uncommons. That's weird. Seems like that was a slot for something else. It's usually where our alt art card would be lurking. Interesting, it was just a vanilla common. Beautiful dinosaur, foil art. Fungus Among Us. A Frilled Caveworm. Huatli, Poet of Unity. Huatli is cool. Enters the battlefield, find a basic land, put it in your hand, no problem. It's got the Boros in 3. You exile it, return her transformed under their owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. And you get the Roar of the Fifth People, the epic poem. Makes dinosaurs, gives all the people mana. You get to find more dinosaurs. It's about the Dino Nation coming up. We aren't meant to fear them. We're meant to love this. Palani's Hatcher, huh? Green and red and 3. Other dinos, you have haste. Hey, that's a great ability for the dino deck. When it enters the battlefield, create 2/0/1 eggs. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 1 or more eggs, sacrifice an egg. And then create a 3/3 dinosaur creature. Very cool. That's cool. It's a little Gavi Nest Warden's friend. All right, folks. Well, that wraps up. Oh, no, it doesn't. We got one more. What are we doing? What are we doing? There's Watley. Dino. Thousand Moon Infantry. And a Dire Flail. Which... that's a wild card too. I don't know if I'm sold on that flail. But there it is, guys. Not too much in our slot, our list slot, our slot. Whoa. That mythic, though, is pretty interesting. That Star of Extinction. No cooler card to pull in the Dino set. And, yep, there it is. Dino Destruction. It's pretty good. Red board wipe, though. Kind of a blasphemous act. 7 mana, though. Watley. Skullspore Nexus, the Millennium Calendar, Pansla, the Get Lost in the Alt Art, Foil Pansla, and hey, you know what? Full Art Mana Crypt will do it. Thank you guys for watching. Go enjoy some Ixalan, have a good holiday, and we will catch you with more videos. Peace.